What's up, everyone? My name's Dylan Walker with Yahoo Esports. I have Nate here from You are the lead hero designer, Heroes of the Storm.
I am a hero designer.
Designer.
A team of other many talented hero designers, but I am the main hero designer for Alarak.
All right. Please don't random heroes. So we're playing with Q&A team from their desk somewhere on campus here. Someone has selected Lily, so this is off to a great start. Not that Lily's a bad hero.
She's one of my favorites.
She used to be not a good hero.
One of the first design things I did coming to this team was doing the talent revamp for Lily.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You're my favorite person already. We have Rajar on our team, and Rajar used to be a pro player, played for Complexity.
Mm-hmm.
And now he also managed my old team after I left, and now he works on the QA team here. And I happen to know he is a Grandmaster level player, so we're kind of cheating already.
He is. He's very good, and all of the QA guys are using their handles and not their real names. So
Okay.
I'm actually not sure who else is on our team and who's on the enemy team. So
I know there's one person on the other team, Treya, who's also and he's playing Kerrigan. So
okay, that's not good.
This might not go well.
Kerrigan's a lot similar to Alarak. They're both sort of combo heroes,
Yeah.
and heavily based on positioning. So it's going to be very apparent which one is doing better. But you have a good team behind you. Should be able to make some magic happen
You
here.
think so? I know. So my combo is I telekinesis push someone towards me, and then I silence them with the Q.
Absolutely. That's your bread and butter right there. That's where everyone should start.
Okay.
The E is for poke. Just use it on cooldown. It's one of those abilities that if you see an enemy hero, you should use your lightning surge on them. The more advanced tactic of lightning surge is you see 2 heroes lined up, or even 3, or even you can live the dream. You see 5 heroes lined up, and you get lightning surge on all of them. You'll heal for. I mean, if you hit 5 heroes, you'll heal for almost your entire health bar. But that's living the dream. That's unrealistic.
Yeah.
But if you hit 2 heroes, you get double value. So keep that in mind.
What lane do you think is appropriate here?
Normally Alarak's not a solo laner. You have a Kael'thas and a Falstad. Those should be your solo laners. Alarak works really well with ETC, who can knock people back, and then you knock them back after he knocks them back. See, he does his combo to slide and then knock, and then you just follow up on that guy.
Okay. We're just gonna forcefully beat this lane.
That's fine.
Configured.
They should formulate around you.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what do you think? Level 1
Level 1, go for that applied force. It's gonna be fun.
increases the push distance.
Increase the push distance. Yeah,
See,
absolutely.
Kerrigan, here's my rival.
You want to be very prescient of your W range. That's sort of what you live and die by right now. Okay, so Kerrigan's diving on you. At least try and get like a Q off on them. There you go. Oh, you got a good telekinesis there on Kerosene.
Ooh,
Ooh,
wow,
hey, you got the
range
lightning
on that.
surge. Yeah, the lightning surge range is quite large.
Wow.
And the cooldown is up again, so just keep casting that ability on a hero whenever you see one, and you'll keep your health up. There you go.
Alright, so it's kind of like Gul'dan a little bit. You gotta like manage your mana at the same time, try and keep your health up, kind of deal.
Yeah, I hear a lot of similarities to Thrall. Thrall's got Chain Lightning, which I believe is also on the E ability. It is similar to that, and it also lifesteals. Well, his trait is lifesteal, but that's why people use Chain Lightning in lane, is to poke and gain some life back. There's a similar gameplay loop here, but just packaged differently. Great combo there on Johanna.
see?
Yeah, you let her know who's boss.
I definitely did not take this into try mode to practice that.
No, you're just a natural
I am a natural.
natural Alarak.
Yeah.
Another pro strat that I brought up, and it's probably applicable when you get yourself into low trouble, is if you press Alt-W, you'll always telekinesis yourself in the direction you're currently facing. So you could, it's sort of like a Vol of Vault, like that.
We're gonna try that. So all W, this is like hidden pro strats here.
Alt-W is self-cast. See, there you go. So it's self-casted on yourself, and it moves you in the next range. Great for initiating, to getting out of the way. But then you don't have your W to bring enemies to you, so it's more, it's a trade-off. Almost everything about Alarak is a trade-off, which was very intentional from my end. I wanted you to, he has a lot of resources, but he may not have the right resources in the moment, and it's about, picking your battles.
Everyone's gonna call it cheating.
I agree with you.
Oh no.
There you go. You got a good one off on Greymane.
Trying to fuel for my own tank.
Yeah. Oh, you can push Johanna away. If an ally is in danger, you can certainly just like push them away.
I played him a little bit. Oh, volleyball Li Ming is so deceptive, man. You never really see. They're not quite purple.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Level 2. Oh, you told me which one to do for this one.
This is an important talent here. So the popular one right now is double cross, which makes it bigger and also adds a I guess you call it a hilt or a perpendicular strike. For newer players, I'd recommend if you open up the talent tree again, Cycle of Discord, which lowers the cooldown and lowers the cooldown even more if you miss. So if you're missing a lot, I would take that one. The real sleeper here is Reckless Strike, which makes casting Q faster, but you just took that immediately. It also makes you vulnerable, which means the enemy's going to hurt you more, but for a short period of time. And it looks like Greymane didn't capitalize on that, but it should make the ability a lot easier to hit and more consistent too. People get scared of that vulnerable. It's like, why would I want to do 25% more damage? Well,
you see that?
obviously, Li Ming was not alive to capitalize on that 25% bonus damage, so you showed her what's up. Look, you got your Q ready again. I think you got her again there.
We're on.
You guys are on a roll. You're being highly aggressive here at the W in there.
That's how I play all my heroes, which is why I'm terrible at heroes like Theratul, and you know. I get all my inspiration from players like Alarak, who just like go, no matter what.
Yes.
Also, I feel like my team is like hyper aware of what I'm doing, so they're just like following me and making sure I don't die.
I think, yeah.
There was instructions.
You're the boss. I don't know if there's instructions there, but it's very fitting of Alarak's fantasy. He's the High Lord of Tal'Darim. It's like you follow me. So I'm not gonna follow you.
When I do wave clear here, I want to like focus on the last minion on the back with my E, right? Because it gets everything in between.
Change there, and it's a cheap ability. You can certainly there's no law against queuing
the wave,
but that's his most expensive ability.
Yeah, it costs most mana. So Thunderstruck. I guess the quest talents.
So the popular one here is the Q quest talent, which more Qs equal better. I'd get out of here. Oh, whoa! Initiate more. You're in trouble, buddy.
No, we're not. Oh,
yeah, you're in trouble.
Yeah, all right.
Chaos Reigns is to more Q damage. Endless Energy, I think, is the sleeper on this tier. You have to clothesline, but every time you clothesline, it lowers the cooldown by 0.2 seconds of 2 seconds. And I believe the cooldown is 6 seconds, which would make you go down to 4 seconds, which means a lot more poking now.
Yeah.
Thunderstruck is probably the most pro talent on this tier. This is for the highly advanced players. If you clothesline a guy, they're slowed by 70% for 1.5 seconds. That is a huge slow. That is a big time slow, but it's hard to hit because your primary target is not slowed. Only clothesline targets are slowed.
Interesting. So you have to get to that guy after you slow. Right. We're gonna go for endless.
Sure, go for it. See if you can get value out of it.
Cooldown is gonna be.
Now for Li Ming in the lane here, you're not gonna get it unless she gets within the lane there, or you could probably cast Lightning Surge on the tower behind her and see if you can clothesline to get her. But it's tricky.
I'm not as good as...
Well, also she's a very mobile character.
She's so slippery. It's like
Ragman's coming at you. He knows you don't have your W, but he backed off. Li Ming wants to Calamity you. There you go. I think she overextended. Oh no! She got the reset. Yeah. It looks like she took Dominance too for that extra bit of health.
Oh, she's got Diamond Skin. That's why.
No, it's Dominance.
Calamity. That's what it is.
She got Calamity and Dominance. Dominance is there you go. She heals when she kills you. When she killed you, she healed.
So she was feeling confident that she was good.
She was definitely yeah.
Disagreeable. Do not fail me again.
Rajar is not carrying like I expected him to. I have
what's he playing? He's playing False Stand. Okay, so this is a perfect opportunity to save your team. Johannes got her Iron Skin on there, so you can't.
Well, it's down now.
It's down now. So is your cooldown. I think she's dead anyway. Yep, keep poking.
Come on.
Maybe use your. I was gonna say use your W to get in there and then Q her, but she was dead.
She's boss right now. Right? No. I guess we're gonna push.
Looks like a push.
Call.
You're at 1 out of 3 tributes, and they're 2 out of 3.
I want to do Counter Strike.
You want to try Counter Strike?
Yeah,
all right.
I feel like all these people are going to know not to touch. I need to get better at saving my teammates with telekinesis.
Maybe. It's entirely up to you. Alarak is inherently a selfish hero, so he just use telekinesis to kill people. I'm not sure anyone would blame me for that. Okay, big tribute fight. Oh, he's gonna go for the watchtower. This is ballsy. I don't know about this. There we go. Okay, then you got that counter strike going. Oh, you got CC'd out of it though. Yeah. Killed that at the same time.
There's too much pressure right now, okay? I'm honestly not a bad player.
He's one of the, I mean, I think I'm allowed to say he's one of the most difficult heroes we've ever made.
Yeah.
And it's sort of a funny statement. We say that about a lot of our heroes. I think we made that claim for Li Ming, and it didn't really pan out that way. But he is honestly, and I think I'm going to say we really do mean it this time. He is one of the harder heroes to play. He takes a lot of getting used to. But we did do a lot. I will say, man, his W, his telekinesis was a real process. It was not feeling as good as it felt today, and there's probably even some that would say it probably could feel better. But it was a big challenge working with engineers to get that ability feeling good, and we had a lot of placeholder mechanics in there to get it working. We had to trust our engineering team to get that feeling better, but. Because that's where his mastery is. That's it's such a simple and it's even an instantaneous ability. The moment you cast it, the moment he pushes, there's no delay or anything, not like a delay on your Q, but it's still difficult to hit despite being instantaneous because of the click drag mechanic. And so we did try our best to streamline it as much as possible, so that the ability doesn't feel like it's fighting you as much as it should be.
Yeah, I love his little dread.
Yeah, I believe we call that nerve cords. I think it's nerve cord something.
Is that like how he gets all his powers?
Nerve cords for Protoss is Protoss Internet. It allows nerve cords allow them to communicate with each other
and like check their email
and stuff like that. Yeah. No, it's so weird. They all have each other's voices in everyone else's head all the time. All right, so you can get that counter strike value. Oh, you got that counter strike value. Oh, you got CC'd again. See, you picked it versus a high CC.
Should I go for the passive here? That's always my instinct.
Yeah, Pure Malice is great. Pure Malice shows a stunning lack of faith in your teammates, which is always a crowd pleaser. Now you want your team to die because it makes you stronger. Or maybe it's not as bad as they die, but you don't want to die. If you die, you lose your Pure Malice stats.
Oh, that's not good. Okay.
No.
I'm gonna pull back for now.
Well, just it's easy. Just stay alive. That's a big idea. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy.
I'll just sit in the back.
Okay, so this is for the curse right here. Looks like they're gonna try and fight over it despite not having kerosene. Li Ming's gonna try and poke it. Kale just got it.
Let us press onward. A fine
Okay, so your enemy team's cursed.
We should split. Just so.
Looks like you guys are all pushing top there.
Is there any telekinesis talent that makes him do damage like that?
Telekinesis always does damage. Yes, and there's even a talent that doubles the damage.
Cool.
But that's a pretty sexy tier there. The telekinesis damage talent. Our talent philosophy is we usually have one super consistent talent on a tier, but that's usually the weakest talent. Telekinesis, more damage is mindless. It's just what it is. So that's probably the weakest talent on that tier, but it is the most consistent.
Where are we going? Rajar is leading. I whispered him in the lobby, and I was like, "You are doing the shot calling, by the way."
It sounds like he is. They're probably all in chatting right now.
I'm gonna stand
Via our
quietly.
voice chat program.
I'm gonna stand quietly in the back. So I see my opportunity. You shouldn't have taught me this move because now I'm just gonna.
Now you're just doing that all over the place. Well, now the enemy saw you do it, and so here they come.
Well, let's to bait them into our trap.
Yeah, see, that's your job.
Why doesn't Roger do so?
Okay, so Kerrigan's gone in here. Pusher. Oh, no, you went in on it. Oh, you just barely didn't get it.
Okay, no, it's fine.
Fine. Her stun's down, so if Green Man goes on you, you can counter-strike him. Oh, and you got it off. Oh, and you got a kill off a counter-strike. That's amazing.
Cool.
Okay, so you got your W up, and you're running to safety.
Oh, no. Run.
Oh, right. Okay, all W. Yeah, get away. Oh, just barely. Oh, I think that that lightning surge also, that heal saved you.
Yeah, I was very worried that I was going to get hit by that.
Oh, kerosene's in there. Don't go into that bush. Don't face check that bush.
You've served your High Lord well enough.
I want them over here.
There you go.
Yeah. Safety. So Kael'thas looks like he's confident enough to travel here. This
He is
dangerous
face checking
looking
bushes, yeah.
My
What does this guy do?
decrees
You know
are
him?
absolute.
Little dragon?
With the little dragon? I don't know him. He's probably one of our other very skilled QA players.
Yeah. I'm gonna follow him. He seems like I thought he knew what he was doing, and then he just kind of like came back to me.
It looks like the enemy team did their boss,
This is
so you
not
probably
good.
have to defend. They kind of got you bent over a barrel here because as you defend
They're gonna
your
go-
boss, they're gonna go
They're
do
doing double boss.
their double boss. You got it.
Oh no.
Kind of puts you on the back foot a little bit, but you're ahead in XP, and you got your up a talent here now. This is a super important talent here. Quick Mind is sort of the go-to. It lowers the cooldown of telekinesis by a significant amount. Projected Force, I think, is the sleeper here. It increases the range of telekinesis. 25% doesn't seem like a lot, but it generally just increases your threat range because people try and stay out of your telekinesis range, and so it makes people get away from you much further.
My decrees are absolute.
Sustaining Power increases Lightning Surge's healing, and negatively charges primarily for the E build. It doubles the damage of the inner portion of Lightning Surge, which can be quite a lot, but it doesn't confer any additional healing.
I'm gonna go for
You gonna go for the more healing? Yeah, that's just
that.
a
I'm just big on the
standard
E.
go-to. Yeah,
E is
perfect.
easy. Oh, Kerrigan's back here.
Yep, Kerrigan's looking to flank you guys.
As I desire.
This is a curse for them, so they probably really want this. This is how they're going to get ahead in
They're gonna come
XP.
around this.
They didn't get the bottom golem, probably because the tribute just came up, so that's in your favor.
I knew that.
You really need to win this team fight, because if you don't win this team fight,
are
they're
we-
going to get the tribute,
what are
and then
we-
they're also going to get the golem.
So
They're waiting for them to dive in. Okay, so now you should probably get in there. Okay, get on Kerrigan. Silencer.
This is not.
That was not silencer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you proc Divine Palm. It's okay. Okay, you got a good silence on there. Oh, okay, you capitalized on it. Perfect. And you're healing more off that E. Nice. I think you got them. And then and then you got your Q off on Greymane. Okay, so yeah,
Where are you
Excellent
going?
work.
Oh, he's
they're going. I
chasing.
think they're going. They're chasing Li Ming. Probably also on their way to the golem.
go and tell the others of the victory I
Come on,
have
you
won
guys.
here.
Just cleaning up.
Yeah.
Onward.
I'm excited about him. I think I should. I want to try the other ult. I feel like that would be the.
So there's some good news here. If this game goes to 20, you will get to try it.
I get
because-
both of them.
Yes, at level 20, you have the option to pick both
How about
heroes.
we capture
And we
this
can't do that with
person?
every hero, but both of his heroics I found to be somewhat situational. Like you don't always just want to mash them on cooldown. So you could sort of get both of them.
Much better healers.
And we could do this more in the future if it proves successful, if the players like it. We're always talent trees seem final, but it's largely experimental for us. We see what we like, we see what we don't like, we look at the data, and we're not against cutting bad live talents.
Yeah. That's good. I know you want like a lot of diversity in this stuff.
Yeah.
Is there any cases with?
Outcome.
What would you say is like the biggest hero with rework you guys have done in the entire
Whoa.
history?
I would say Nova has probably given us no end of grief. Burst assassins are very hard because people like burst, and it can be hard to make talents around that because players just pick those. I'd say Zagara also went through a lot of reworks, especially with Nidus Network. We just couldn't get players to take Nidus Network.
Nidus Network is
And
good now.
Nidus Network has always been good. It's always been good. We look at we have all this data, and we look at the win rates versus the pick rates, and we're like, oh my god, Nidus Network is amazing. Why is no one taking this?
Yeah.
It is amazing. And so it's like, well, it's sort of the psychological impact of Maw. It's just like, oh my god, AoE CC, it's crazy. I gotta take that. Well, I mean, you don't have to, but we definitely made Nidus Network look more amazing.
Yeah, it's a really cool animation. It makes you feel like you're making an impact on Zagara, you know what I mean? Like, Zagara has a lot of damage output. It's just like some of it is not quite as sexy as like Zagara.
No, it's very subtle. It's very prolonged. Yeah.
I agreed with. I love the one that the ones that I think affected the most people were probably. Oh, do you see that?
Yeah, you got that. Yeah.
What's it called? Tether, not the tether.
For Zagara?
No, on Alarak right here.
Oh,
The chain or whatever.
a lightning surge?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, you got a good chain there.
they're targeting me on purpose.
The choice.
Seems like it. Seems like you can't quite cinch the victory.
Yeah. The heroes that you changed, I think that impacted most people were Illidan and Sylvanas. I feel like those two were like very like
Yes,
widely played hero.
Sylvanas
so.
by giving her a viable second heroic.
Yeah.
So,
I used to win games with
Old Possession.
this the
Old
best
Possession
feeling you can do?
when it was in the promote meta.
It was an unsung heroic. It definitely helps push the old one
Tell the
quite a
others
bit,
of the victory
but
I
it
have won
had no
here.
impact in the team fight whatsoever. And so players like to they don't like to be making broad statements here, but being a hero in a team fight, coming out of a team fight saying I did that, whatever, that has a lot of impact with people. And we sort of have to take that into account. That's where the Sylvanas is like, oh, but I got a bunch of minions bottom or whatever. Well,
Split question.
yeah, I mean, okay, fine.
People would rather say, I just got a 5-man law.
I
And
agree
I
with
just
this
took
decision.
from every lane all of our XP.
There you go.
Alright, so what's the one I want to try the other one?
Okay, so
Deadly
every
Charge?
talent on this tier is inactivatable. The Deadly Charge means you get your second heroic. If you take in Deadly Charge, you would be able to get Counter Strike here. Last Laugh is probably the more advanced one. Sets your health to 1, but you get a free blink. There you go, get that Deadly Charge going. Oh, so you
Oh, I
took
got
damage
it.
though. Remember, you got cast from shadows. I would probably get out, pick up here. LW.
Oh,
You went the wrong direction.
Oh, no, I saw it. How
Right.
embarrassing.
You can lightning surge here for some health. There you go. Okay, so everything's on cooldown but Deadly Charge. You can still Deadly Charge.
Get my Deadly Charge away from this nonsense. Like, look,
It's difficult because if you take damage, it's interrupted.
Oh, it's still going. We're going in.
Okay. So
I
now
mean,
all
we
your
are
stuff
level-
is off.
We are at level 20.
Oh, there you go. See if you can get that Deadly Charge.
As
Oh, she's gonna
I
fight you.
desire.
She's out of mana. There you go. That's overshooting it.
Oh, no.
Remember, if you take damage.
The Johanna was hiding in the bush.
She was hiding.
Let's see here.
You lost your pure malice stacks too. See, dying's bad.
I've lost it so many times.
That's
now,
okay. You
let's
guys
be
are
honest.
way ahead, so
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
Let's see why we're way ahead. Looks like.
Well, it looks like they're pushing mid, despite not having minions.
Wow.
Rajar's, he's just kind of playing with them. He's just kind of keeping them in place
Keeping him busy.
so they can't capitalize on the curse too much.
So tell me about his trait.
So his trait, Sadism, he deals more damage versus heroes. This trait came about pretty late in development because I had essentially two problems. One is that he didn't have a trait. I liked his kit, and sometimes a kit just comes out without a trait.
Yeah.
And then two was that a lot of his talents were really complicated. A lot of his talents gave you power, but then took away a different kind of power, and it was a lot to keep track of. It was a lot of different things I was giving you and a lot of different things I was taking away. So I decided to streamline what he was taking away. I made one sort of one-stop shop power pool in his trait, and I said, okay, you're going to tap from this. Your hatred, your animosity towards the enemy team is a resource that Alarak uses to win. And so he taps from his traits to gain all of these cool talents that represent a trait and power. But you don't have to take these. Every tier has talents that do not reduce his sadism, so it really comes down to a choice of how much you want to reduce by. Because if you get too low on the sadism, well, you're just not doing a whole lot of damage, but you're doing a whole lot of other cool stuff. Or you can, you can go for talents that don't reduce sadism and even increase sadism a little bit. Now you're doing a lot of damage, but you're probably really low on the CC and utility. And that's more, you know what you're doing, but the enemy doesn't necessarily know what you're doing. And so this sort of creates a lot of what I call negative surprises for the enemy team, where he gets a lot of huge spikes in power. Wow, great Rajar. I think he tried to Mighty Gust combo those guys away.
That's pretty good. Oh, that was a great call. Looks so cool.
Does look cool.
My decrees are absolute.
I feel like so all of this ability damage. How does this go up and down? Is this as you level, or is this as you spec with the talents?
No,
or-
it starts 100%. It's 100% all game. Basically, it just says you deal 100% more damage versus heroes.
Okay.
But if you take a talent, that brings it down to 90%. Now the trait says you deal 90% more damage versus heroes.
So you kind of trade off on this.
You absolutely trade off on it. Yeah.
Interesting. And that's for abilities only. Or
That's
that
only for
auto
abilities.
attack?
It's not for his auto attacks. His auto attacks are high, but it's not really the focus of the character. Not so much like a Thrall. I'd say it's a lot like maybe Kerrigan. Kerrigan has a lot of ability damage, but she also auto attacks pretty hard. But it's not really what she's about. It's just a little extra thing that she can do. Alarak's a lot of the same way. There's no auto attack build, but it doesn't hurt to throw those Bane Blades around. Okay, so Grayman's in a bad spot. Great silence there. You probably pretty much got him unlocked there. Okay, you got to go counter strike. Oh, you kill him with counter strike. You pretty much just locked him down, messed him up.
I want to do a daily charge. Here we go. Oh, I got interrupted.
Doing a daily charge in a team fight comes with a lot of confidence. Just pull it off.
You need to. It's like an engage.
Just cast it right now and just get it. Yeah. Oh. One more shot. There you go. Go. There you go. There you go.
That looks so boss. Where are you going? Come back.
Oh, predictable yet effective.
It's fine. He's running from me. Oh, to get that telekinesis going. This is the prime. Oh, wrong direction, but that's okay. Counter strike. Oh, you got her. I think you hit her just at the last minute. I'm not sure what happened there.
I don't know what happened. Oh, the Winions.
You won though.
Okay.
Yeah. Team fighting. All right, that was an awesome game.
I carried my
highs and
team.
lows.
I
Yeah.
know. I definitely died like 5 times, but that's okay.
You did die quite a bit, but you did a decent amount of damage.
I feel like given some time with his, definitely with his talents to kind of figure out what is doing what for me, and I'm not sure if I'll ever take pure mouse again, just because I die so much.
Sure.
But it's also, I feel like if I can master his combo, kind of like it took me a little bit to master Kerrigan's combo.
Alarak will take you a little longer than Kerrigan to master his combo, but if you can figure out how to not die, then Pure Malice is probably the sexiest talent on that tier.
Probably. It'll probably see a lot of play with pros. Also, that other talent you're telling me that slows on the second hero with the E.
Yep, there's a talent that slows with the W as well,
Okay.
and there's a talent that increases the silence of his Q. So you can actually go this really heavy CC build where it takes your sadism, it sort of taps your sadism, but you can lock heroes down. And then at level 20, he has a talent, especially it's basically rewind, but on like a 15-second cooldown. But every time he uses it, he loses more sadism until he has no sadism, and then he can't use the ability anymore. But that's sort of like a hurry up and end the game mechanic right there. And that's where the real pros are, because if he runs his full rotation twice on a hero, you can pretty much lock them down into doing anything for like 10 seconds. It's quite a lot.
Wow.
But that's for the ultra pros right there. That's not for the new players. Yeah, high skill cap.
I'm excited to see how he ends up fitting into the competitive meta. But yeah, thanks for taking time to kind of sit with me and explain.
Absolutely, thanks for playing him.
Help me cheat and know what talents to take and everything. Yeah, this is Yahoo Esports.